We can see that the guardianship law makes court records confidential. That's not the issue. But the issue is there's a court form called the Notice of Eligibility form. It's a CCAP form. And that form is filled out after the guardianship proceeding. It's a nice form. It has the name, address, date of the order that the person lost their voting eligibility. That form is then sent to the Wisconsin Elections Commission. Then the Wisconsin Election Commission is supposed to, but doesn't, enter it into the database. So they've done it for 800 to 1,000 people, but not for the 18, 20,000 people we suspect. And that's also based on the survey we did into the cooperative registers and probate. Okay, so what happens to that form eventually, the information of that form? It ends up in the WisVote database. You have the name, person's name, person's address, then you have the status, incompetent. That information is public. Any of us can purchase the WisVote database, and you'll see the incompetent field. Okay, so if this information is intended to be public, why are the registers in probate saying it's confidential? Remember, this form just says, this form says this person's ineligible to vote. It doesn't say why the guardianship was established, doesn't get into medical information. Why can't we get a form from the register in probate that's sent to the Wisconsin Election Commission that then that information is put into the WisVote database and meant for the public to know that person's ineligible to vote? And we're opposing the motions to dismiss. I have a lot of confidence in Wisconsin circuit courts. I think there's a fantastic judiciary here, and they're great to work with. And so I think we're going to eventually prevail. But the reason why we need the information is because it appears that the Wisconsin Election Commission, despite months of criticism of not updating their incompetence listed in the WisVote database, they're not going to do anything. Now, one of the reasons they might not do anything is because once they update the database, we'll see that they all voted, right? And we might as well put there's an 800-pound elephant in the room. That's the 800-pound elephant. That if those people are listed, then anyone can go to the WisVote database, view their voting history, and if they've been voting in previous elections, that's horrific. It's horrific. It's systemic elder abuse in Wisconsin's nursing homes and otherwise. So I have a history of representing wards in contests with professional fiduciaries. I love our vulnerable adults. I love awards. And this is horrific that a judge has adjudicated this person ineligible, that Wisconsin Election Commission won't update its records, and then we have to go to all this work to prove they're underreporting. And I think the courts will eventually help us. But there's no silver bullet to this. It's sort of like, why can't the Wisconsin Election Commission respond to sensible criticism?